Hey guys, my name is Ross, and this is a short workout for beginners and intermediates. So let's get started. All right, first is the squat. So we're gonna be about shoulder width with the toes, with the feet slightly turned out. Make sure that the knees and the feet are in line. You'll feel a stretch in those adductors, hopefully. Make sure you're engaging the hip, which means the hips go back. The hips go forward, all the way up. Back, forward. I'm looking straight ahead. I'm looking down. I'm looking up. Okay? If you find that your heels are coming up, then you either need to put blocks underneath your heels or just don't go down as far. Okay, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 10. See if you can engage on the ground. Walk out into a plank. Okay, make sure that your wrists and your elbows and your shoulders are in line. You don't want to be here. You want to have your wrists and your shoulders in line. Looking straight down, not up. Okay, and don't sink. You want that hollow position. So engage the core and make sure that your rib cage is contracting in. So this feeling in. So you're in that hollow position. You can be one arm if you can cope. Make sure that your elbow is slightly bent. Okay? If you can't get down on the ground, you can always do a plank on the wall, just here, like this. You can use a device to help you. Any kind of device. Make sure that your neck and your spine are in line. So be like this. All right, so you can do a couple of rounds of that, then going into the lunge. Okay, so lunge is, make sure that there's space. You don't want a tightrope. Make sure that you're out. Make sure that the heel at the back is up. Okay, don't go into the knee. That causes pain. You want to come down the center. Make sure that that heel is engaged. You might even need to lift the toe. Okay? Don't let this hip open out. Lock the hips in. Okay? You're going to do, I like to do 10. Maybe you will get less. Maybe you'll get a little bit more. Make it even both sides though. From there, you're going to your push-up. So, you want to be 45 degrees. This is 90. This is 45 degrees. That's your good generic push-up. Okay, safe on the shoulder. So, it's just down and up. See, I'm looking straight at the ground. Once again, don't let the body collapse. And nothing too funky with the shoulder. Keep the shoulder packed in. Okay, you can do a baby push-up. You can put your knees down and do a push-up. So it looks like this. Okay, you can do it against the wall. This can be a bit uncomfortable. You might prefer here. There's other devices you can use to modify. I like to do 10 push-ups, 10 lunges. You might get less, you might get more, depending on the modification. All right, moving on. Stiff-legged leg raise. So try and keep the legs stiff if you can. If it's hard, you can bend the knee a little bit. And try and get opposite arm to leg movement. So it looks like this. You can do vigorous and gentle on the down. Don't slam too much. So, alternating. I like to get 10 and 10, total of 20. Let's see how you go. And then we do a rowing movement. You can use a chair. You can support and row. 10 and 10. You might do less, you might do more. I like to do, on this weight, I like to do 10. You can do 2, which looks like this. Okay, make sure the checklist is feet close, fairly close together, knees bent, open the chest, arch the back, push the hips back. See, my back is like a tabletop. Chin is tucked. I'm looking straight down. I'm not rounded, slightly arched, back straight. Rolling up, squeeze the back. You can support if you need to. You can support. You can support if you need to. If you've got dumbbells, you can use a dumbbell. again, you can support if you need to. All right, good. So, 10 each side, moving onto the ground for an ab trick. Leaning back just to where you can. Keep the feet on the ground. Make sure they don't lift up. That might mean you go to here. It could mean that you go all the way up. Okay, make sure you don't arch. You want to be rounded on this one. Get it in the core. It should be tight. I like to do 20. You might need to do less. See how you go. And from there, we're going to the hamstring. Toes up. Slight bend in the knee. Okay? Lifting up the hip, down. I like to lift my head so my core is engaged. 10. A little harder is up here. And even harder would be one leg. Coming up. So you should feel it. Don't be too bent in the knee. You want to feel it in the hamstring. 10 of those. And try to get 20 of the lean back. From there, onto your side. Elbow on the ground, hand on the ground. Not finger. You don't want to be over the side. You want to be perfectly on your side, hand on the ground, elbow on the ground. Okay? Don't let the shoulder get funky. Pack the shoulder in, lifting the knees up, touch the forearm if you can. Try and get 10 on that side. And you turn over, and you get 10 on this side. And you can superset that, or double set, 2 sets back to back. Okay, support in the back, shoulders down, chin down, lean back slightly. Okay, harder is to let go. I like to do 10 on each leg, total of 20. Maybe you can get more, maybe you get less. You can make it easier by just doing a smaller movement, supporting with the hands. All right, from there you want to stretch. You can do a glute stretch like this. Shoulders down, toes up, both sides. Stretch out the quadricep. Okay, don't arch the back. If anything, you want to do a tuck. Tuck under, then gently pull and feel it in the quadricep. Okay, from there, leg up. So it's 9 degrees, leg up and stretch. Very good. You can go forward, fold, stretch, arch in the back, lift the chest, pushing forward. Think about pushing against the wall. Tuck the chin, but push yourself forward, toes up. If it's uncomfortable, you can bend the knees just slightly. You can do butterfly. Once again, you can lift the chest, tuck the chin, and push the knees down. So those are double sets. You can do a couple of rounds. So if you're doing the squat and the push-up, or the squat and the plank, you can pause this video, and you can do that for a couple of rounds, then come back to the next double set and do that. All right, enjoy.